So I'd like to introduce you to the very first guest on Empty Plates. This is my beautiful niece, Rochelle, and she is a personal chef, and she's cooked for people like Britney Spears, and I'm just so proud of her, and she's always been a great cook, so I'm so happy to have her here today, and she is going to make a fabulous side with us today, and it's
roasted Brussels sprouts with garlic.
Okay, so let's get started.
Okay, so here we have 2 pounds of Brussels sprouts that are cut in half and the first leaf peeled off.
Why do you do that?
Just because it's kind of brown and yucky, and I actually have the bottoms cut off also. And I have like 7 whole garlic cloves. You don't want to chop them or mince them because when they're broiling, they're going to just burn. I have about 1/4 cup of brown sugar and a whole onion diced largely also. And I also have some dried cranberries here that are going to be on after, not during the cooking process. So now we're going to take all of our ingredients except the cranberries and we're going to incorporate them together. And I'll have my helper here. And the reason why we put brown sugar in here is because it helps caramelize the garlic and the Brussels sprouts, and it becomes nice and sweet, and it makes all the Brussels sprout people a believer. Okay, so now I'm going to add some fresh ground black pepper and at least a full teaspoon. And also some fresh sea salt, also a teaspoon, and about 1/8 of a cup of olive oil. You want to get your Brussels sprouts nice and coated. Okay, so now we're going to do it the Italian way and just get your hands right in there, and you're going to mix everything together till it's well incorporated. Everything's coated. You're going to have some pieces of brown sugar that you can break up, or you can keep it in the pan so it becomes this nice gooey caramelized piece on your Brussels sprout. And then we're going to put this in our roasting pan for 400 degrees for about 35 minutes, and you want to toss it around halfway through to even cooking. So now we lined a roasting pan with parchment paper. We're just gonna dump our Brussels sprouts in the pan, kind of even it out. I like to just flip down the Brussels sprouts so they're flat side down. And I do this because it kind of helps with the roasting. They all become evenly browned.
Those look fantastic. Now, what else can you do with the Brussels sprouts? Can you roast them with anything else?
Absolutely. You can, if you like meat, you can cut up some bacon and roast bacon with the Brussels sprouts, and the fat will render with the sweetness of the brown sugar, and it's a really good treat. Or pancetta, if you like pancetta, which is an Italian bacon. You could also add a tablespoon of balsamic to this, which helps caramelize everything, and some lemon juice. And or if you even like something different, you can toast some chopped walnuts and then add it in the end when these are all done roasting for a little crunch.
Nice, so you could just make it the way it's just like everything else on the show, right?
Yep.
Okay, so we're gonna put that in the oven, you said for
400 degrees for about 35 minutes, and you want to toss it halfway through.
Okay, great.
Okay, so our Brussels sprouts have come out of the oven. I dressed them up with some fresh parsley and dried cranberries that we showed earlier, and we just put them in a plate And this is a perfect side dish for Thanksgiving or any meal.
Looks great, Rochelle. And even the boys are gonna try it. So.
They caramelize great, they look good.
They do not like vegetables at all, so.
It will help your picky eaters like their vegetables.
Awesome. Well, thanks so much for coming.
Thank you for having
And
me.
I hope you'll come again to do another show.
Absolutely.
She's gonna come back and do a dessert day, so that'd be fantastic.
Mm-hmm.
So that's it. Thanks so much for tuning in.
And have a happy Thanksgiving.